guys ready to do this? I know we're recording already, but like, are we actually ready?
Yeah. Deep in my soul, I feel ready.
Okay. Great. Well,
That's what Indigo said before he jumped.
Yeah. Fair. Well, welcome to episode 89. Just a quick video hello from me. And a couple announcements. The first of which is we have a bonus action that's going to be coming hot off the presses on Friday, August 18th. That's this Friday if you are listening to in the week we release. And if you're ever looking under a rock and a leaf and you can't find our content, it's because you're looking at the wrong place. It's in Linktree/Madness Table. That's where all the good stuff is. Or, of course, wherever social medias are found. It's the Madness Table. You'll find it. It's there. And if you find yourself desirous of extra content, that's what Discord is for. It's where you can chat with us, other fans, look at some content like Will's Maps. We have an Underdark Reporter series. We have some hot memes, and of course, our question forum for our bonus action. And if you're a good old nerd like we are, it's also our Baldur's Gate progress log. So please come on by. And if you do feel inspired, please make sure to write us a review on whatever podcatcher you're using. It really helps us get the word out, helps us grow, helps us make a better podcast for all y'all crazy cats. Without further ado, Mr. William.
oh, thank you. Thank you for my knighthood, Andrew, Lord Andrew. So last time, y'all kind of entered into this crystal garden. And in your investigation, you weren't entirely sure as to the nature of this odd gnome statue that was holding this crystal. You investigated an opening to the south of this map, which will eventually be on the Discord. Thank you, everybody, for listening and going to that. And you discovered that deep within this hole was a cavernous space filled with a few dozen statues of what appeared to be drow, which was very odd. Very terracotta army kind of vibes. You continued to the northwest and you found a closed off section due to some collapsing of the tunnel, and Hester, using his newfound ring's power, was able to lift away quite a bit of the stones and look into the tunnel beyond, only to find it has been covered in this viscous looking material that drips and oozes from every which surface that he could see beyond. And eventually you made this large loop coming back to this crystal garden-like area. And as you proceeded more northward, you came to this ledge, and looking down into the space below, you could see this, I think I referred to it last week as an obelisk. It's technically a menhir, but this large kind of pillar that had all sorts of socket spaces in it. And you know that is the steadfast stone that you are looking for, with which you need to put the ruby in and cleanse it of whatever evils could be affecting it. However, you all heard a gasp as some of you turned around. I believe it was Jimmy. Hester immediately ran off. Scylla ducked behind the ledge. And Artomis, I can't remember if you turned around or if you just readied yourself. But we turn and we see a Medusa has just dropped a now petrified Eva to the ground. And that's where we find ourselves immediately into initiative. And we're starting off with Hester. So Hester, you've dived behind this crystal. Do you think you try to look at this figure through it, or have you not even turned your gaze there?
I would like to first make some sort of check. If we've assumed a lot of things in this chamber, but we are, I think, largely unaware of what we're dealing with. So,
Sure.
Do I have any knowledge of what this monstrosity is? And
Go ahead and roll me a either nature or arcana check to figure this out.
okay, I'm not good at either of those. So we're gonna go ahead and roll nature like it matters.
Okay.
Because they're both a +0. Okay, not bad. That is a 16.
Okay. You assume, because I'm guessing you're not looking directly at her.
No,
You've kind of ducked behind. You can hear the hissing of snakes, and you heard her voice. You would assume that this is some kind of definite sentient, and then you think about the statue, like sentient creature, potentially humanoid. You think this might be a Medusa, and the number one thing you know is you can't look at her, or you could turn to stone.
Okay. Is this look at her period, or if eye contact is made specifically?
You have to avoid her gaze, but specifically within the wording here of her ability, you can't make any kind of direct eye contact. You can look at other parts of her body, but generally you're like, don't look at the face.
Gotcha. Okay. So I will call out to the party. Whatever you do, don't look at the eyes.
Oh shit.
And I am going to run up to, averting my gaze, I'm going to run up to Starcaller. And I'm going to say, I don't know what you're planning on doing, but pass me that gem and I'll make a run for the men here.
Good. Do what we came here to do. And I'll pass him the gem if I can.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say that's a quick handoff. I won't even cost you actions.
Can he... Okay. All right. So that was, I think, yeah, that's 10 feet of movement, so I'm going to use the rest of my movement this round to... There's a little bit of a ledge to the north of us.
It's 10 feet tall.
Okay.
If you successfully do either an athletics or acrobatics check, I will say it won't cost you any movement to fall.
Well, so I do, the one item I have is the gloves of swimming and climbing, which automatically, climbing and swimming don't cost me extra movement.
Nice.
And I do have a +5 to athletics checks made to climb, so I will go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, you make it, no problem.
So I take the gem, I book it up, and I'm gonna go. I have 20 feet of movement. Would it have been my action, bonus action? Was there any economy spent to get that gem from Starcaller? Okay.
Nope.
Then I'm going to go ahead and dash and get all the way up to the men here.
Okay. Great. So you are up there. You are ready to slap this ruby into one of the many sockets within it. And now, the man of the hour. It's Jimmy himself.
Jimmy.
So Jimmy, like, hearing this word from Hester to Starcaller is like, oh shit, and like immediately ducks their gaze. He's like, so like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, yeah. And then they just like reach into one of their pockets and just like puffs out a bunch of like dust, and it looks like glitter, and it's just like, ha-cha, I don't know what I'm doing.
Cha?
He effectively casts a spell.
Does he?
Yep.
Fine work.
This is amazing. So technically he's casting Nether's Mischief, and I just rolled a 4 on that. So drops of molasses hover in a cube, making it difficult terrain until the start of your next turn. So he throws this glitter, and all of a sudden it just like changes into this weird looking molasses that freezes in kind of this mini wall around the Gorgon, or I mean the Medusa, sorry. And it now makes it difficult terrain around her. And then he's just like, glitter, mean lady. And that is his turn. All right, next up in the order
No.
is the Medusa, who, totally confused by like all these hard droplets now around her, is going to very quickly, she's just like, how dare you try to stop me? She pulls out a longbow and it is going to aim it at Jimmy.
Oh, no.
And it is going to be at disadvantage because he is within the dim light / darkness of Dawn's Edge. So let's see here. 5 and a 9. Misses Jimmy barely. Just arrow goes whizzing by. And she's going to attempt again. And wow, I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20. So good thing it's at disadvantage.
The mighty split.
So 2 misses, and then she just kind of hisses, just classes. But stays where she is because she's kind of confused by what's surrounding her for the moment. Starcaller, you are up.
I'm gonna put my hand on Jimmy's shoulder. Jimothy, you have done well.
Thanks. I guess it's Jimmy though. It's just Jimmy's fine.
I said what I said.
Sure.
And I am not going to look away. I am going to run at the Medusa. If I am not impeded in any way, am going to take a running jump off of Eva's petrified form.
Okay. Since you're not averting your gaze, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad.
Been waiting for this bad boy. Come on.
Sick.
Concentration.
Now, let's just remember the last time you did this was over lava. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
this man uses to tempt fate at every possible turn.
Yeah, we'll see how these leaps go.
Oh no.
Well, I would like to use my advantage now for my inspiration.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's probably a really
my
good
God.
idea.
Because somehow I don't think like a 6 is like gonna do it.
No!
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, it's worse.
You're such an idiot.
Oh,
You're
it's worse.
such an idiot.
Andrew!
Oh
Andrew Elizabeth Walker!
Like,
Shit. Oh shit. What's the
Why?
total, boy?
no! That's a 6.
No!
That was the highest one.
No.
What's your bonus?
It's a +2.
You rolled
a
4?
Yeah.
A 4 was the highest thing you
yeah,
rolled?
Yeah, the other one was a 3.
Andrew!
Oh my God. Why?
That
Why?
didn't go.
Why?
I don't have any ranged attacks, okay?
We
Would
have
you have
been...
a literal... Oh, no, you don't.
Andrew, we have been recording for 7 minutes. You couldn't give us 10 without dying.
Now again, we talked about this. I am not technically dead.
You're also...
Well, actually,
I'm
we
just in a
disagreed on that.
semi-comatose state for an
Yeah.
undetermined period of time, which
The-
may be much worse than death.
I thought he was gonna say we've talked about this. I'm not technically intelligent.
Listen, I have a -2 to that one, alright?
Oh
my
no.
God.
So interesting news.
No.
If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is instantly petrified.
But
And-
but the DC is 8, right?
No.
You're right. Right.
Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you are petrified immediately.
You dumb bitch.
You just look up and you just meet her gaze, and she just kind of cocks an eyebrow, and you just straight stone. Don't even move.
Okay,
I
I'll go
need-
back to next to Jimmy.
I need you to put in post the Leroy Jenkins sound as he's running.
Leroy Jenkins! No!
And then he's dead.
Wow.
Uh,
That's 2
Uh,
characters instantly. Oof.
well, you know,
This
that
makes
could have
it a
gone.
lot harder.
That could have gone better. I think we can all. Quick process
Only
question.
could have gone better.
Well, that's true. Is Dawn's Edge Shadow still out?
Yeah, actually, I will say that she's still activated, and she's like trying to talk to you, but like psychically cannot connect at this moment.
So is Dawn's Edge stone?
No.
So the stone is holding a sword.
Is holding the axe, yeah.
An axe.
Or the axe, yeah.
Oh, are you gonna break his hand open and take that?
Which I might.
I think she was trying to make an Excalibur pun.
Sure.
At
No,
least
I'm
I
trying to
would've been.
understand
I
just
would've
how
been.
fucked we are. That's what I'm trying to
Do
understand.
you need more than the paladin just insta-stoned? Do you really need more than that?
I got bad news, guys. I don't have any bullshit features and traits that allow me to not be petrified.
No!
No, we know.
No one
we know.
does!
Yeah, no, we know.
Absolutely no one does!
It's
Yeah,
kind of the point.
yeah, Jimmy don't have shit for that. Sorry. Oops.
Well,
Here,
the good news is
hold
you're
on.
not going anywhere. We'll come back.
Hold on. I got Disguise Self. If I cast that on you, I might be able to make you look not stoned.
I mean, might work.
Sweet Jesus.
This is
Brother!
We're not even through round one.
this is actually the only thing that makes this moderately less stupid than Indigo's death is at least we're in combat and you didn't die to an inanimate force of nature.
My. Is this another consequence of my own actions? Well, yes. Yes, it is.
God.
Sam, you're up, by the way.
Okay. I think I have to at least get Hester one more turn. Is how
Okay.
it feels.
Sure.
And then I'm thinking I dimension door out with one person, either Jimmy or the
Take-
Petrified Starcaller.
If we are not deciding now that we're just gonna let him die, take Jimmy, because I have a far better chance of getting out of here alive than he would on his own.
Then Jimmy would.
Wow, that's bold.
Yet again, you doubt his power.
Yes.
I am Jimmy, destroyer of worlds.
Listen, we have a really bad track record with NPCs.
That's fair.
I'd like to at least have one combat where we don't have all of them die.
Yeah, just the one this time.
Just
Um,
it's the worst one we could have chosen.
The
but
child.
listen, a win's a win.
All right, Scylla, what you doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna get Hester one more turn. I would like to move. Oh, they changed roll 20. Oh my goodness.
my
Oh, I can't get up there
gosh.
anyway. I'm too far away. Okay.
You
We're
want
gonna
to throw
go-
something?
We're gonna move 30 feet without. I'm using my shield here to kind of like get a reflective surface to like
Yep.
see where they're at. And I want to throw my short sword attached to the title chain.
Okay. Yeah, make an attack roll.
That is a 15 to hit.
Okay. That is
And I
their
will. Oh,
AC.
sorry.
So I will say, or actually no, that misses. So shit.
Well, I don't remember. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Precision attack. Blah blah blah. Blah. Okay, no. So then my second attack, I'll try it again. Ugh, that's worse. But I'm gonna add the precision attack this time. So I'm gonna add the D8.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 17.
That is a hit. Now roll me a D100 and hope you get 21 and above.
Okay. I got a 15.
That is a miss. You are so close. The short sword, and you rip it back to yourself.
Okay, I will rip it back. And then I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm gonna end my turn there.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, I think I'm gonna use that action search.
Hester, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to object interaction. I'm gonna slap the ruby into the menhir.
Okay. You slap the ruby in there, and it immediately just like this glow starts to emit from deep within it, and it starts to get brighter and brighter. And then you hear this like the crumbling of stone. And all of a sudden, an earth elemental appears from one of the far walls.
Oh no.
Oh, great!
And it looks like it's gonna start coming for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moi?
Okay. action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Rope Trick.
Okay.
Oh no.
So a rope shoots up 60 feet, and at the top of that rope, a small oh no, it's an invisible entrance. Okay, so there's just a levitating, just straight up rope in the air.
Sure.
And then I'm going to use my movement to get 30 feet up it. So I'm still 30 feet from the very top of the rope.
Okay. Just so you know, the cavern ceiling is 40 feet, so you have 10 more feet to go before you're like at the ceiling.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't say what happens if the... Okay, I think that's fine. I think it just like goes up as far as it can go and then creates the space there. So
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, at the top of that is my exit.
Okay, so Hester slaps the stone in. An earth elemental rips itself from the earthen walls, casts Rope Trick, and immediately climbs up 30 feet, trying to escape. Okay. Is that your turn, bud?
That's my turn. I'm hanging on that rope.
Oh my god.
Jimmy my way up.
Cool. It's Jimmy's turn.
Oh, no.
And Jimmy's like, holy shit, guys. This is like really intense. Scylla, what are we doing?
Jimmy, I'm going to try and get us out of here. I need you to stand next to Starcaller.
That's it? You just want me to stand here?
Dodge, Jimmy.
Right. Yep, I remember the tenets of dodge. I got this. I got my pots of... Wait, nope, you made me take off my pots. I don't have any armor. Oh my god. You can do this, Scylla. I believe in you. Get us out of here. And they're gonna give you a bardic inspiration.
Yes.
So you get 1d8 that you can use for an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. All right. And Jimmy's going to stand right there, and they're going to kind of cower behind Artomis in the hopes of a little extra shielding there.
Cover.
Yeah, some cover.
It's what I'm good for.
Next up is the Medusa. Oh boy. She is, the like weird dots that had appeared when Jimmy threw the glitter are now gone. They just suddenly fall to the ground, and she is going to run at you, Scylla. 10, 15. She's going to move 20 feet to the west, coming up upon you. You are to the northwest of her. And she swipes out with a short sword. She's going to swing at you twice. First one, that is a miss. Let me go back to my better die. It's a way better die. 18 doesn't hit you, right?
It does not.
Okay, so she misses with both of those, and then all of a sudden...
I would like to use my reaction to make a melee attack.
Okay.
For riposte.
All right.
Okay, let's try. I know I gotta do the whole 20% thing.
Yeah.
It's 12. Just in it.
Okay, that was just for the AC, or was that the 20%?
AC, 12 to hit via AC.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay.
Okay, and then her face is going to like lunge forward, and the snakes are going to try and snap out at you. Oof. That is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. You take 2 to 4 points of piercing damage. Here comes the really bad stuff. Here comes some poison damage.
You said 24, right?
No. You take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, and now you are going to take 19 points of poison damage.
Oh,
As the snakes just
that's where they get you.
snatch into your arm as you tried to make that riposte into her, and her face is right next to you, and she just whispers, Soon you will join my collection, pretty one. And then her face rears back, pulling the snakes away from you, the venom dripping down your arm. And that is her turn. Starcaller's petrified, so nothing there. Scylla, it's your turn.
Yep. Okay. I have an arcane question.
Yeah.
I have a potion of diminution that I bought. Can I put that into the petrified Starcaller to reduce his size? Assuming that his mouth is open and I pour it into him. I know there's a lot of questions here about what it means.
Does it say it works on an object? Because I think he is effectively an object.
It says when you drink this potion. It doesn't say object or person. It says when you drink it. So it has to be in you, in my opinion.
Oh man, I want to play Calvin Ball right now. Andrew, roll me a D100. 50 or less, your mouth is closed. 51 and higher, your mouth is open, effectively, potentially allowing her to pour the potion into your stomach and somehow have an effect.
62.
Okay,
Oh.
so you look over and the mouth is open. It could work.
Okay. So I'm going to disengage. So that's my action.
Okay.
I'm going to move.
Where do you think you're going?
She's kind of like flung her shield out. She's not even looking or listening. She's just sprinting away towards Starcaller and Jimmy. She gets right up next to Starcaller. I would like to is the potion usage my bonus action then?
Use an object is technically an action, right? Unless you have a thing.
Well,
Typically,
use an object
giving a potion to another person is considered an action.
to another potion, which works it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold to that one simply
then I
because
would
he's
not
a statue
disengage.
and like you can't effectively move him very well to like make it easier to pour in.
Yeah, that's true. Then before I leave, then I would not disengage because I need my action.
Okay, so you're gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Correct.
Okay, she's gonna try to attack you with her hair again because her face is relatively close. 21.
My AC is 21.
Okay, so miss.
No, that hit. That's a hit.
Oh, it's a hit when it matches? Oh,
Meets it,
Jesus.
beats it.
Right. Okay. Sorry. You take 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you take, holy smokes, I'm rolling rocks on this poison. You take 18 more points of poison damage.
Okay.
It's 4d6 worth of poison every time her snakes hit.
How you
Okay.
doing, Scylla?
Man, I'm up. Let's go.
That's
That's
not
2
confident. That's not confident.
Scylla takes the bite and the snakes, and then she sprints up next to Starcaller and Jimmy. This is a bit of a 50-50 because I could give the potion to Jimmy.
Jimmy's already small.
Right.
So would
So
he
I
become
Put them in
tiny?
your pocket.
So yeah, what I'm wondering, maybe that is the right move because I want to basically take both of them,
Mm-hmm.
but it becomes a weight issue. So I'm thinking if I dimension door with Starcaller, maybe I can make Jimmy tiny. Can I take both? Or, you know what I'm asking?
I would say yes, simply
Okay.
because I'm gonna say Artemis semi counts as like an object right now. So
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, so then I'm going to use my action. Scylla sprints up to both of them, and then she takes her action to hand this potion over to Jimmy. She like shoves it in his face, uncorked, and like grips his jaw and forces it down his mouth.
Mommy!
he drinks it and becomes tiny. The bottle pops out when it's empty. Yeah.
And I
Okay.
have to roll a d4 for how many hours that lasts. I rolled a 3, so that lasts for 3 hours.
Okay.
What's happening?
How tiny is tiny? Like, can I put him in my
Well,
bag?
Jimmy was like 3 feet. I'm gonna say
Okay.
he's like 9 inches now.
Jimmy, I am going to save your life. I need you to get into my pack, but don't keep your head out. Don't suffocate.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll get in the bag. Oh yeah.
And he like dives into the bag.
And then I look over to where Hester is like on the rope, and I think she just like makes eye contact with you, Hester.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she just gives a slow nod, and then she action surges and dimension doors with Starcaller.
Okay. You got what, 500 feet worth of movement?
I think it's 800.
Holy smokes!
No,
Dimension is
500?
500.
I think it's 500. Yeah.
You trying to cheat me?
You
Trying
can
to
get
cheat
you
me?
can get all the way out of here, like
Yeah,
back
500
into
feet.
town with 500.
It's not
feet.
a location that you have to see. Like you just have been
No.
there.
No,
Nice.
it has
Spot
to
view
be.
desired. You have to be able to visualize it or
Yeah.
describe it.
Okay. Yeah. Figure out within 500 feet where you want to go.
So 500 feet, I will get as far back to town as I can.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. You.
And I think that would be like 500 feet, like as the crow flies, not like around the tunnels, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So,
I would say that you could go as far as. Let me bring up the Stone map. From where you are, you could get all the way back to the Ruby in the Rough, the Speaking Stones, or the Diggermatic Hall.
Wow.
Ruby in the Rough, the Speaking Stones, or the Diggermatic Hall. It's been like 2 months. Can someone remind me?
So Ruby in the Rough was the temple where we went into the catacombs and found the Burrow Wardens.
Okay.
What were the others?
The Diggermatics, was that the mine? Or
Diggermatic
specifically they're like...
Hall.
That's-
No,
that's
that was
that's
where
they
you
held
met.
court.
Yeah, that was like the courtroom. That's where you first met them, and they were like, "Help our
Sure.
city." And then Hester was like, "I'm a were-rat," and they were like, "Fuck you."
right. I'm gonna go there. No, just kidding.
I never expressly said that I was one of them. I said I work with them.
Yeah. It was enough.
It was heavily implied.
I would like to go to the place where we not underground where we met the Burrow Wardens, but like above ground there.
So in
Okay,
Okay,
so you want to go into the Ruby in the Rough. Okay. You appear in the church, and there are some people around. You see the young priest there was like tending to some of the quote unquote flock, and yeah, you pop back into existence, and Glyphic Shroomlight is just like, Jesus, what the? Oh, by the smooth hands, how? Whoa. Okay.
May his hands be
I
smooth.
need your assistance.
Yeah, sure. What's up? Whatever
Are
you
you-
say.
Do you have divine magics? Can you restore people?
Depends. Who am I restoring?
And she's like literally like has an arm wrapped around this giant stone star collar. And she's like she like sets her pack down so Jimmy can get out.
This guy right here. Come on, hammer down.
This stone being is my friend who was petrified. Can
Oh,
you help?
yeah, that's a doozy. Let me think.
I will
smooth
pay you.
I'm not worried about money. I'm worried about what my God can do right now. I've never asked this before. Oh dear, smooth hands, please bless me with something that might help a poor stone.
Should I ask
friend.
someone else?
No, maybe.
I have a very important question to ask. Is it blasphemy to ask the deep gnome god to turn someone like out of stone?
If not the smooth hand, perhaps, oh dear Earth Caller, you could do something for this poor fella. Grant me some kind of strength.
Grows like a stone mustache.
And then just like holds out their hands and is like, yeah, I don't think he's answering right now. Perhaps Gurnik could.
I do not understand.
Gurnik, the head priest. Weren't you supposed
Where are they?
The one who sent us in here.
Oh,
I'm a
great.
little frazzled right now.
They were right outside. We met
Alright.
them in the forges before we went in. And they sent us into the tunnels.
I appreciate you trying to help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find Gurnik, and I will be back. In the meantime, I need you to watch this statue. And she gets very close. If anything should happen to this statue, I know your name and your face, and I will not forget it.
Fuck. You feel a slight pulling as like Jimmy has crawled up on your shoulder and is like a finger forward staring at the shroom light and is just like, and shroom light's just like, yeah, nothing's gonna happen to him.
I trust you.
Yeah, so much trust.
I have
I'll be
not
back.
been using action surge properly. You've been able to do so much.
This is more of a cutscene.
Yeah,
We'll see what happened to you, man.
Dead. Totally dead.
Yeah, okay, so jumping back to the rock blight where our good buddy here is. Wow, okay. Yeah, what Scylla has just gone. It is technically the Earth Elemental's turn,
Yup.
who starts
Cool.
walking. No. Do I
What do you
have?
No.
This is awesome. That Earth Elemental that just appeared from the stone just disappears down into it again,
Oh no.
and then reappears from the ceiling coming.
Oh
It's 10 feet worth of reach and is going to try and slam you on this rope.
Oh, jeez.
Just use some Earth Glad.
I need to know the path that this thing took to get into the floor above me and then down.
It is, don't worry about it. It is a miss on the
Don't
first
worry
one.
about
Don't.
Second one, 17 to hit.
Yup.
Okay.
That hits.
Here comes the slam dam.
And it got both attacks while it was like plummeting towards me.
It's not, it's like half submerged. Its legs are like
Oh,
still
I got
in
you.
it.
So it's like dangling out of the stone.
Yeah.
Cool. This is great.
Yeah, it's
This is great.
that is that is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yup, sure is.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna make you roll to see if you can still hold on to the rope, because I think the rope just starts swinging with you, so you are now moving like back and forth wildly as
Yup.
you've just been slammed by this elemental.
Yeah, using the gloves to like wrap the rope around my wrist and just hold on for dear life as I'm like yo-yoing it.
Yeah, it is now your turn as well.
Okay. Alright. I am going to use my movement to book it the rest of the way up the rope. I disappear into this extra dimensional door, and I'm going to use the rest of my turn to pull the rope up as quickly as I possibly can.
You can just inhabit that space
Yes.
For an hour.
for an hour. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So with that, I think we drop out of initiative. that you see that earth elemental like slam a number of times on like the portal entrance, but can't get into it.
Yeah.
And then eventually just disappears up into the stone, and eventually reappears on the ground down below.
Okay.
And you can see it wandering about. You hear the hissing of the Medusa grow closer, and you can see that they have now moved to kind of like, they've moved north into the middle of this ledge, and she's gazing up at the portal that you went through.
So the entrance is actually invisible.
Okay, so she's gazing at the general vicinity in which you've disappeared to.
And I am making a point. So there is a like 3 by 5 foot window centered on where the rope was that I could look out. I am actively not.
Okay.
And I am just like back against whatever wall exists in this space, like heavy breathing, chest like expanding and falling. You've got 1 hour, Scylla. Don't leave me to die.
It's too bad she left him to die.
It might take me an hour to get Starcaller out of stone.
The Medusa, like, the earth elemental looks to the Medusa and starts to, like, work its way towards her, to which she just kind of dismissively is like, don't even try it, and then stalks away until you can no longer see her.
Okay.
But the earth elemental remains. Scylla, you're out in the city now. You are having to act with the utmost... I mean, you don't have to act with the utmost urgency. It's entirely up to you how you want to do this.
Yeah.
Dashing. So you are moving towards the Caves of Clatter, hoping to find Gurnik.
Correct.
Okay. It takes you a couple minutes, but you eventually arrive within the Caves of Clatter, and you actually don't see anybody within it.
Jesus.
Oh shit, this sucks. What are we gonna do?
Jimmy, where else would Gurnik be?
Well, they could be in the Diggermatic Hall or the Speaking Stones. I guess I'm surprised they weren't in the Ruby of the Rough.
I immediately am like running toward the Diggermatic Hall to look at the next location.
Okay. Yeah, you start sprinting your way there. Another couple of minutes go by. I'd say it's been about 8 minutes now in total. And you get there and you see that the Diggermatics themselves are there at their very large desks. There are a handful of people moving in and out, but you don't necessarily see Gurnik at the moment.
She goes into the room. She doesn't see him immediately, and so she yells out, "Gurnik!" and just yells it.
You see Dorbo and Senny turn towards you, and Senny's like, Scylla, is there something we can help you with?
I'm looking for Gurnik.
Goodness.
It is a matter of utmost emergency.
Very well. Dorbo, you wouldn't happen to know. And Dorbo just grunts and like shrugs. And says, goodness, well, we had heard something about them meeting with you in the Caves of Clatter. That's not where they were before?
Well, they were, right? From what I remember, but then...
Yeah, that's the
back.
smithy area. You just ran back. You came from there. They weren't in there.
No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, no, they left Shroomlight in charge of the Ruby and the Rough. My greatest guess for you, Scylla, is perhaps try the Speaking Stones. That is my greatest assumption, unless they went back to the Enclave.
Okay, Scylla, like, as soon as she hears that, she's going to turn around. Thank you. And, Jimmy.
Yeah, what's up?
I think we need to split up.
Oh, no, don't be like that.
I need you to find someone to gather health potions and meet me at the Speaking Stone.
Okay, I guess I can do that. Yeah, I got it, I'm on it.
Gives you like a little tiny salute, hops off the back and just starts running. And then you just hear like a minute later, they're not even out of the cavern. And so many people have almost stepped on him. He's like,
Fuck's sake, everybody just move.
I believe in him. So I'm going to sprint away to the Speaking Stone.
okay. It takes you 2 minutes to get to the Speaking Stones, and you arrive there. And you see that a number of priestly-like figures are standing within this circle of stone menhirs in prayer, and you do happen to see Gurnik there.
Okay. I will. They're in prayer.
Mm-hmm. They're just like kneeling on the floor, all facing a different stone menhir.
Okay. Scylla's going to sprint in, and then she's going to like do one of those like sprint forward and then like slide on her knees so that she's like kneeling right next to Gurnik.
Gurnik like kind of startles but turns their head to you and is like, yeah.
I am very sorry. I'm in need of your help.
And what is it that I can do?
It's an emergency.
Very well. What's wrong?
My friend Starcaller has been petrified, and I'm in need of his assistance in order to return to find our fellow friend Hester, who's encountered a Medusa, as we're going to solve the ooze problem. And the, well, if you could just come with me quickly here to the Ruby and the Rough, we'll follow this and solve this quickly, please.
But of course, yes. And he just starts, like, taking off after you. So the two of you make it to the Ruby and Rough. It's now been about 20 minutes. And you arrive, and Gurnik immediately starts casting Greater Restoration, because that is what is required or similar to free him. You can see them pulling out their holy symbol. They are chanting, and eventually, like a couple seconds later, Artomis, you start to just drip the stone kind of off you almost, and you are now free of being petrified.
Oh, good. You're back. I do not have a lot of time to explain. I was able to teleport us here and get you out of your petrified state, but we need to return for Hester.
Shit. Okay.
But this time, I recommend that we do not look at the creature that turned you to stone.
Yeah, I can see now how that could have been a tactical error. Yes.
Yes. Garnick, do you have any mirrors?
Not on me at the moment, no.
Are there any, like, around that I've seen as I've been running around?
Make a perception or investigation check.
Okay. Perception? Investigation. 15.
You don't see anybody within this space that has any kind of mirrors. You don't even see any up on the walls or amongst, like, the statues here. You think that perhaps you would stand a better chance of finding one within the Trader's Grotto, though.
Okay. It's just going to take a while to get there, I'm assuming?
It's directly to the north of you, so it's just going to take a couple minutes.
Okay. Starcaller, my recommendation is that we go gather some mirrors, perhaps strap them to my shield or your torso in some way that you can look at the creature without directly gazing. But we do need to hurry. I do not know how long we have to get Hester out of a sticky predicament that he's in.
Absolutely. Well, Koenig, to the gates, please. You have to let us in, right?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be there to let you back in.
Huzzah! To the market!
Yes.
And so the two of you start sprinting towards the market. It's now been 25 minutes, but you get into the grotto, and I will roll over your perception check. You see that there is a stall that is selling little bits of jewelry and finery, and you see that there is like a big display mirror for people to be able to see what they are trying
So a really big one, and then you said a small one as well?
Just just the big one.
Sorry.
It's like, I would say it's about 12 inches tall by 10 inches wide.
Okay. My instinct is to strap this onto my shield. Thoughts? I
mean, you're the boss here, yeah. This is all new to me.
If we only have the one, we'll have to both use it. And if it was strapped to our bodies, I think that would be more difficult.
Yeah, I think a shield would really be better.
I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay, so you're just gonna take this mirror from this merchant and start trying to strap it to your shield?
Yeah, I'll give him like 10 gold.
Okay, so you toss the gold, you grab the mirror, and they're like,
Right.
yeah, no complaints, whatever, you have that mirror.
That's an expensive mirror.
How are you strapping it to your shield?
I got some rope. Want that rope?
Hey, how are they hanging it? Because they'll just take the rope.
It was kind of like on,
Leaning.
it had its like own easel kind of support, had some legs underneath it, but those collapse pretty easily.
I'm gonna hand it to Starcaller to figure out, because I need to. I need to.
That sounds like a good thing for me to do. Yes.
Yes,
very-
my -2 intelligence.
Yeah, let's give it to the guy that ran straight out of Medusa.
I have proved my worth. You
Um,
understand?
Starcaller, if you are not confident in your ability to do this, that's fine. I simply need to find some health potions, and Scylla is bleeding badly. So-
Oh, you look like you've been hurt.
Yes. Unfortunately.
I'll reach over and lay on hands for 20 points.
Oh, hot damn!
As that's happening, Scylla, you feel this like tugging on your leg and then up your armor, and as
Oh, no.
Artemis like pops away, you just see this giant bottle just shoved into your mouth as Jimmy has crawled up you and returning the favor, just like
Oh my
shoves this superior health potion into your mouth.
Shit.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
And he's just like,
You don't know what I had to go through to get this, but I have practically ruined a friendship.
I will not forget this, Jimmy. Thank you.
Of course. No longer do I stay like this, because this is not that fun.
You have roughly 2.5 hours.
Oh, nuts.
So that being said, you should stay behind. It will not be safe for us when we return, and, well, you will need to stay here.
Yeah, stay behind. I got you. No problem.
and they like start to climb over your shoulder.
Jimothy, you did well. Here, a token of my esteem. And I'm going to not that gently drop a adamantine chain shirt on top of him.
Yeah.
It like scrapes him off of Scylla's back, and then he's trapped underneath on the ground. You just hear like little movements, and he's just like,
Come on, guys. It's not that fun. What the hell? I can help.
Wait,
Please.
did you just gave Jimmy the adamantine chain shirt?
Yeah.
I will kill you in your sleep. I will drive down to Baltimore, and I will murder you in your sleep.
Oh my god.
So you have officially ditched Jimmy. You start making your way back to the caves of Clatter.
Starcaller, is there anything else that would help us in this fight?
Let me think about that.
I don't know what I'm asking.
Nope, we got everything we need.
I can walk again, so I'm good.
Yeah. Let's go.
You start making your way back to the caves of Clatter. And jumping back to the men here and our good buddy Hester, it's been about 35 to 40 minutes now.
Yep.
You have seen or heard no one. The elemental now stands almost like a statue itself, not far below you.
Mm-hmm.
You have not heard or seen signs of the Medusa. What are you doing?
Hester is I almost imagine this is as if he's like closed himself in a locker, basically. he can see out, but he is just like back to the wall, chest heaving. There's like, at this point, there's just like beads of sweat running down his face. And as each minute passes, he's like, he's just getting more and more anxious that they're not going to come back for him. Trying to, I think, while I'm up there, at some point I would take I have a basic potion of healing. I'm going to go ahead and drink that and that gives me 8 points of health back. So there's that.
Okay.
But I think he's just like, I don't know what he can really do other than sit and wait.
Sure, that's fine. He's sitting and waiting and growing anxious. Around the 45-minute mark, we hear what sounds like a faraway echo and boom of something perhaps opening. Scylla and Artomis, you are at the doors with Gurnik. He has just opened them for you to get back into the rock blight. Are you doing anything in particular before you enter, or are you just rolling in guns blazing, so to speak?
I think as we're on our way there with Garnick, Scylla will have explained what happened. Garnick, if there is anyone that you could spare for assistance in this, our concern is that we will not be able to do what you've asked of us, and we may lose myself, Starcaller, or Hester in the process here. Is there anyone you can send or assistance that you can give?
Make a persuasion check. Artemis, I will say you can assist if you want to.
Yeah, I'll help her out.
You no longer have the bardic inspiration because it's been over 8 minutes.
Damn. What are you good for, Jimmy? That's a 10.
Okay. Gurnik looks at you, and you can tell there's definitely some conflict going on within their mind. But then they step through the door before you even say that and go, go on, lead the way.
Oh, shit.
And they will join you running in.
Does he look capable?
We'll find out next week.
It doesn't sound
I
good.
mean, we'll find out. Oh, boy.
Ooh-wee! That was a wild ending on that one, but you know what? We're glad you're here. We are rapidly getting close to 100 episodes, and it is great to have you here in the outro. Couple quick things. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We are publishing all of our episodes out to YouTube so that you can actually watch us playing the game instead of just listening. And then if you want to hop over in our Discord, we've got all sorts of people in there talking about the podcast. And, you know, we're also talking about Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate is out right now, and we're all loving it. And then we've got maps up in the Discord channel, some extra content with some other things. And if you have questions for us as players, we've got a little channel in there that you could submit for the bonus action segments. So really loving that. We hope to see you there. You can find all of our links at linktree.com/themadnesstable. And I think that's it. So we'll see you next time when
The madness continues.